everyone, it's Chrissie. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a really fun video. So today we actually got a new trailer for the Sims 4 Growing Together expansion pack, and this was supposed to be the gameplay trailer for the pack. And yeah, I have watched it. So yeah, full disclaimer, I have watched it. This isn't going to be my first reaction or anything like that to the trailer, because yeah, like I said, I have watched it. We actually had load shedding today from like 4 p.m. until 8, and the trailer actually released at 6 p.m. my time. So obviously I didn't have power to record a video when it came out. So I watched the trailer on my own. I kind of looked through it a little bit and looked at a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. So this is going to be kind of more of a, I guess, impressions and thoughts video about the trailer rather than a full-on first reaction. So yeah, with all of that said, let's take a look at the trailer, shall we? Okay, so I've just pulled up the trailer and I've tried to put my face cam on a spot where I don't think it will interfere with anything. Now, the way that they usually do these gameplay trailers is they don't have music over them, so I am going to be playing the audio of the trailer, and hopefully it doesn't get demonetized or copyrighted or anything like that, because it's actually just someone talking, so I think we'll be fine. But yeah, just in case, I'm going to turn it down really low. And I will put on the subtitles for what they're saying, but we're not going to watch the whole thing through. I'm just gonna skip through it and show you the stuff that I want to talk about. Basically, if you want to watch the full trailer, if you haven't seen it, I'll leave it linked down below in the description. And yeah, so like I said, I tried to put my face cam in a spot where it won't interfere. But yeah, let's take a look at this trailer, because I have some thoughts about it.
In the picturesque neighborhood of Hopewell.
So yeah, I hope you guys can hear me and the trailer.
A recent addition to the family has
But yeah, so first off, we did get a little look at the new world. This is obviously the world of San Sequoia, but Hopewell Hills is one of the neighborhoods in the new world. So in the first trailer, and in the blog post that came with that announcement trailer, they told us that there were 3 different neighborhoods. Now, I can't remember what the other neighborhoods were called, but I do know that one of them is obviously Hopewell Hills, and I think this is more of the suburban, family neighborhood. So it's actually really pretty. It does look pretty. It does remind me of worlds that we do already have. It reminds me a lot of Willow Creek. It reminds me a lot of Newcrest as well, because, just the type of world that it is. And then obviously we do have some San Myshuno vibes as well with the bridges. But yeah, so this is, just another look at the world. This is obviously one lot. It looks like a fairly big lot as well. If I had to guess, I would guess maybe 40 by 40, similar to some lots we have in Brindleton Bay. If I had to guess, that's kind of what it looks like to me. Yeah, maybe 40 by 40 or something. Yeah, this is the Michelson's home. They have, obviously they just had a new kid, a little new baby and stuff, or infant. And yeah, the house is a mess. And obviously we can see a lot of new build buy items. So the couch, the rug, coffee table. Basically everything in this picture looks new, apart from the counters, which I have seen a couple of people on Twitter guessing that the counters were new. They're definitely not. Those are definitely base game counters. They're the really cheap base game counters in just I guess kind of a different swatch that a lot of people might not be familiar with. But yeah, so we have base game counters and obviously some base game kitchen clutter. But the dining table, dining chairs, windows, all of this stuff looks new. This looks really cool back here. This little blue, I don't know if it's a divider or if it's a window that's placed on an interior wall or what, but it looks really, really cool. And yeah, then everything else looks new. I love the plants. I'm always happy with some new plants. But yeah, so basically this is the first thing that they showed off. And this is kind of also the only thing that they showed off is, yeah, unexpected and uninvited
the
guest.
doting grandparents.
So, like Celeste, who's the mom, her father is coming to stay with them. Now, this is something really cool. It's very different. I mean, okay, that's a really cool screen. I'm trying to get it to pause before we see the door. Where is it? So yeah, this is very, very blurry.
Uninvited.
But yeah, okay, so we have a bunch of family pictures. Now, these look like new frames, by the way. These definitely look like new picture frames, and they kind of look like they're... I don't know, it's kind of weird to me that they're all placed in this like configuration of 3 on all of the walls. So it kind of makes me think that this might be a new item, kind of like the picture frames that we got with, what was it, like the Moschino stuff pack that had like a configuration of 3 frames together, and then you can put your own pictures into them. That's kind of what it makes me think of. And yeah, this archway looks so cool. A very like craftsman like style archway. I love that. Also loving the split leveling. The little kid's bike by the front door. And yeah, then obviously the grandpa is coming to stay. They do bring a suitcase. So this kind of looks like this is obviously an actual gameplay feature. So your Sims can go on temporary visits, I think is what they called it. Or like use this temporary stay to explain a little bit more about family dynamics. Now, this is one of the big main things that they showed off in this trailer. They showed off family dynamics, compatibility, and milestones a lot is what they mostly talked about. And then obviously the family visits. Now, family dynamics is really cool because yeah, so social compatibility, they mentioned all of that. And yeah, so this is how they reacted to visiting. So basically this is so cool because this is the new family dynamic thing, like family dynamic picker or whatever you want to call it. Now, this can be set in Creator Sim. This is something that has been confirmed over on Twitter, by the way. The Sims official Sims account confirmed this, that these dynamics can be assigned in Creator Sim. So like where you pick their like family relationships, whether, you know, they're married, engaged, you know, siblings, you know, stuff like that. This is, you can assign this in Creator Sim, but you can also earn it, or like, I guess, yeah, earn it through gameplay as well. So it's not just a Creator Sim thing. And yeah, they're showing off a couple of things. Now, obviously, Celeste and her husband, Christopher, are close. So yeah, they're kind of like handpicked for each other. And then, yeah, so these things that they show off. So I'm wondering if this is just that they share a lot of preferences. Now, this obviously plays into the whole social compatibility feature. And I'm wondering if all of these things that they show us, because these things pop up a lot throughout the trailer for various different Sims, and I'm wondering if these are just regular likes and dislikes, because this obviously looks like, you know, they both enjoy painting, for example, or, you know, they both enjoy music or dancing or whatever. But a lot of these icons are different from the likes and dislikes that we already have in the game. So either they're adding more likes and dislikes, or, I mean, this gives me a lot more of like a, I don't know, almost like a, I don't know, like personality, like, if that makes sense, or like a personality preference type thing. So they don't just have an option to enjoy a particular skill. They now enjoy, I guess, like particular social interactions, because later on in the trailer we see this with the grandpa and the son, where it kind of looks like they both enjoy pulling pranks on each other. Not just me being mischievous, they actually enjoy like pranks and, you know, jokes and stuff like that. So I'm wondering how this is going to work, if this is a new category or if they're expanding on the like likes and dislikes system that we already have. Because a couple of weeks ago, or like a couple of, I don't know, I can't remember when it was exactly. It might have been like last week or the week before. But SimGuru Ninja actually posted a picture on Twitter, which I'll pop up on the screen if I can find it. But he posted a picture on Twitter of, I can't remember what he was showing off, but he was showing off something. And in the corner of the picture, you could see likes and dislikes. It was something like 0 or whatever out of 50. Now, currently, we can only pick 20, like 20 likes and dislikes. That's all we have. Those are the only slots that we have. So if we're getting 30 more slots for that, then yeah, I do think this is going to expand on that system. Yeah, so they share a good compatibility, which makes sense, and they also share a lot of similar milestones that they've gone through. So this is the other thing that they showed off, is the milestones. Now, I don't know, they didn't really tell us much about what will be considered a milestone or how milestones will work. This is giving me a very similar vibe to Sentiments that came with Snowy Escape, where if Sims do a particular thing together, or they go through a particular, I don't know, like scenario together or whatever, then they get a sentiment with each other, and that gradually wears off. Now, those sentiments like impact, you know, the moodlets that they get when they're around each other, you know, stuff like that. But this is giving me a very similar vibe with them going through these milestones together. But then also, Sims can go through milestones on their own. So yeah, I'm kind of confused. A lot of this trailer only focused on like 3 or 4 different features, like gameplay features. And I know this isn't all of the gameplay features. I should make that clear, because the Sims team did say over on Twitter that this isn't all of the gameplay in the pack. They had a lot of, like, they had a hard time fitting it all into 3 minutes. So this isn't everything. This is just what they thought would work best for a gameplay trailer, and kind of like show you stuff that a lot of people are probably very excited for. So I should mention that, but this doesn't give me a lot of information about how milestones actually work. So yeah, obviously they've achieved these milestones together. So like, they got married, they had their first kid, they had more kids, and you know, these are all milestones that they've, you know, encountered through life, all of that stuff. But it doesn't really tell me a lot about how milestones work. Are they just going to show up in the relationship panel? Are they going to work similar to Sentiments? Are they more similar to the memories system from The Sims 2? That is a system that I have been wanting back in the game for ages, because that is a very nice system to have, having a memory system and having Sims be able to actually remember stuff and look back on it and reflect on it. So I'm kind of really wondering how that will work. Now, we have, obviously, they all reacted differently to the grandpa coming to visit. That's kind of like the whole premise of this trailer. And yeah, it says Sebastian, who's the grandpa, is very protective of his daughter. He doesn't really like Christopher. He's a little bit more critical of Christopher. And
there's nothing wrong with Christopher per se. He and Sebastian
so this is the thing that I was talking about, where we already have like a like and dislike for gardening, which is just a skill in the game. But these icons, this and this is giving me like a very like logical thinker type of, you know, vibe. And we don't have those in the game yet. And it does say he and Sebastian just have different interests. So this makes me think that it's not so much a personal like for a skill or dislike for a skill, or, you know, like for a certain, you know, decor style or whatever. It's more of a personal interest that your sim has in different things, which is different. But yeah, so they have obviously a bad compatibility because they don't like any of the same stuff. And yeah, so this is just a little, I guess, reflection back on Sebastian, on his life, his wife, and this is probably Celeste when they had her. And yeah, so on this, I think this is probably his father, so like Celeste's grandfather. And on this sim as well, we can also see a couple of new body like details. So we have like stretch marks, we have these like full body moles and stuff, which is really cool. And yeah, the dude's old. This made me laugh so much when I like heard it the first time. It was hilarious. So it kind of looks like he had a very big falling out with someone, maybe his dad or whatever. And I'm gonna guess this is like he lost his job. That's kind of the vibe this is giving me. And the fact that his wife is in a picture at the back but you don't see her again makes me think that maybe she passed away. And he's like kind of like, I don't know, like very sad about it obviously, but it's also like, I guess, very close to his daughter because she's all that he has left. If that makes sense. That just took a very dark turn, but that's just the vibe that I got from this. And yeah, so he's still learning how to live with Christopher, I guess. And yeah, so Orion's recent arrival. Yeah, so basically Atlas, who's the child, does not like the fact that he now has a baby sister. He's not happy about it. And this is another look at the like dynamic thing. So obviously Orion is his sister. I can't speak. Then we have the family dynamic, which is close, distant, difficult, or jokesters. Obviously they have a difficult relationship, which is very sad, but very understandable. I also don't like kids very much, so I can understand that. Real life. In The Sims, my Sims are, like, in the game, my Sims are going to have so many infants. Like, they're going to have so many babies. I might even do, like, the 7 infant challenge or something. But in real life, not for me. But, yeah, so this is obviously Milestones. Like, she pooped herself and, you know, first bath. So an infant's world is full of first. So, like, first crawl, I'm gonna guess. Like, you know, first, I guess, rolling over or whatever that is. Like I said, don't know much about babies. And, you know, standing up for the first time. Now this, obviously these Sims are watching Orion, like, maybe like take her first steps or whatever. And then Grandpa is taking a picture of this. Now, I don't know if that's going to be an actual interaction where if your Sims trigger something that cause a milestone to develop or like whatever, if they're going to have an option to like maybe document it, or if this is just like trailer magic. I don't know. But yeah, that's really, really cool. But yeah, Atlas is, like I said, not happy about having a sister or like a little sibling. But he is very close to his grandpa, so that's really cool. And yeah, they share a lot of similar things. So this reminds me of playing pranks on each other. And this is very hilarious. This is a look at the new rec center, I guess. And then he's teaching Atlas how to ride a bike, which is really cool. So that's a new interaction. That's just, oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. And I don't know if this is a new house or if that's a shell. No, that's definitely a shell, I think. The windows are too blue to be a real house. But yeah, they have... I'm going to feed into the whole, like, speculation thing now, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna feed into it really quickly. Because they have a lot of curbs in this world. Now, obviously, the curbs make sense. It's a residential world. You know, you have curbs in worlds, like you just do. But The Sims doesn't have cars. We have debug cars. So like that car over there is a debug car. It's not functional. That one back there, also a debug car, I'm gonna assume. Or it's just a debug car. But the fact that they have cars like actually in the driveway of houses, even if the houses aren't real houses, like I don't think this is a real lot that you can build on, it's just a shell. But having a car right there is just That's just teasing us at this point, if I'm being honest. That's just not fair, because we don't have cars. So why put that there? I mean, I know Nova, Simguru Nova on Twitter mentioned this. I think Luddy Simmer asked about, having these like curbs that kind of look. I think my face cam is in the way. Hold on, let me move myself. So yeah, I think Luddy Simmer is the one that talked about having these curbs, like you can see over here, where it does look like it's meant to have a driveway over there. And I think it was Nova that said that they did that just for aesthetics. There's no cars in this pack, but they did that just because it looks good, it looks realistic, and also because a lot of builders like building driveways. It's something that a lot of us do. It's something that a lot of us complain about as well. When we want to build a house, we want to put in a driveway just for realism, and then the lots just don't connect to the road, or there's a fence around the whole like pavement area, so it doesn't make sense that you'd be able to drive a car over that. So they kind of just put those things in for builders and for realism. But yeah, I don't know. That's just, it struck me as interesting, is all I'm gonna say. And yeah, so obviously we have another milestone, losing his first teeth, a little fire. Yeah, the enemy. Yes, definitely. Very messy.
The family dynamic
yikes.
is not something easily defined.
Yeah, so this is so cute.
But growing together through all.
So yeah, basically this makes me think that, obviously, like they said, they do have their set family dynamics, but they can grow, they can change, they can develop, and, through gameplay, through actually what happens to your Sims, the things that they go through together, and, stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. And here we get another view of it. We have some Sims, power walking, kid riding a bike, grandpa is leaving. They do carry their little suitcases, which is really cute. And yeah, then we just have another look at the, I guess, neighborhood, I should say, of Hopewell Hills. Now, I don't know how many of these lots are actual lots. I can't really tell from this angle. Obviously, this is a real lot, but I don't know how many of these lots back here are just shells. Obviously, the majority of them are probably going to be just a shell and not real and not functional. But a girl can dream, I guess. I'm really, really hoping that this world has some really good building lots. Like, please let us have a big world. Like, please. That is one of my only things with this pack, because obviously this pack is going to be very gameplay focused, and I do expect it to be very gameplay focused. It's a family pack. It's literally a pack called Growing Together. It's going to be gameplay focused. But with that said, the pack also looks like it has some really good build buy assets, because obviously to go along with all of that gameplay, you need objects to go along with the gameplay. So we have the new rec center lot type, which we have new puzzles that you can build. We have, I think, like Scrabble that you can play together, so that's a new object. We have tree houses. Obviously we'll have stuff for infants, because infants are coming just before this pack. They're coming to the base game, I should say. Infants will be base game, and obviously they'll come with some base game items and stuff for infants, but the pack will like expand on that a little bit. So obviously we'll get a bunch of bold items with this pack to go with this very like craftsman, suburban, family vibe. I guess, I don't know how to explain it. I'm very tired as well, so I'm all over the place. But with that said, I really do hope that we get a nice sized world. They had, I believe, 3 simmers, 3 game changers that built the lots for this world. So Deligracy, Lil Simsy, and Dizzy Diak. I'm saying like their names so wrong, I do apologize. But I know those 3 simmers are the ones that built for this pack, so at least we know we'll be getting good lots, because from what I could see from the Michelson's house, that house looks so nice. You can bet that one of those amazing simmers built it. I don't think little Simsy was the one that built that blue Suburban. I think she said in one of her trailer reaction videos that she did build a blue Suburban. She did build a blue Suburban for this pack, but I think she said that one wasn't hers. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. But yeah, so at least we'll know we'll get like good lots. I just hope we get a nice sized world. Now, the last thing that I wanted to show you guys, and again, my face is going to be in the way. Let me just move myself. Okay, so over here, this is in the description of the trailer, of the gameplay trailer. And it says they didn't give us a new blog post with this trailer, which is kind of weird. Usually they give us a new blog post with every trailer. But it basically just says, family is at the center of a lot of the choices and milestones your sim will be faced with in the Growing Together expansion pack. For example, will they let their parents move in with them? Saying no will impact those relationships, and saying yes could make life at home a lot more complicated. What if your Sims' parents don't get along with their partner? For you, the choice might be whether you want to keep the peace or stir up some drama. New relationships are getting more dynamic too. If your sim goes out to meet new people, they might find someone they instantly like, who they could be friends with for life, or they could meet a lifelong enemy. Social chemistry will make some Sims click and some Sims clash, and how they navigate these feelings is up to you. So yeah, they do give us a little bit more information about that in the description. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously, this pack will be out on March 16th, and then March 14th is actually when the infant update will be dropping. So yeah, March 16th is when this will be out. And also, if you pre-order the pack, or if you like, I think if you get the pack before April 27th or something, then you get some special pre-order bonus content stuff with it. I don't know. It kind of, I don't get why they do that. But anyway. So yeah. Basically, that is this whole trailer. I hope this video wasn't too rambly. It was probably way too long. I do apologize for that. But I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously, they only focus on like 3 or 4 different like features of the pack. Like I said, there is a lot of other gameplay that the Sims team mentioned that they'll be showing off in the live stream, which the live stream will actually be on March 3rd. I don't know the exact time of it. I think it's like, yeah, it's 10 a.m. I think it's 10 a.m. Pacific time, or maybe like 11 a.m. Either way, I'll have the correct date and stuff in the description. But March 3rd, they'll have like a live stream where they'll show off more about the pack, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this pack, what you think about the trailer, what you think about the features that they showed off, if it's something that, you know, you're interested in. Obviously, a lot of this stuff just left us with more questions, because it's really hard to show off these features, especially features that rely on gameplay, in a 3-minute trailer and have someone narrate over it. It's kind of, they have to kind of like explain it and tell a story with it and make it engaging, but they also need to hit like key points and key features and things that they like have to mention. So it's kind of hard to do, like find a balance and do all of that in a 3-minute trailer. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. And if you're excited for this, I know, like I said, there's a lot of other stuff coming as well, which I'm very excited to like find out more about. And also, if you don't follow me over on Twitter, you probably should, because I've been retweeting a lot of stuff that the Sims team have answered, that, you know, the Sim Gurus have answered, that they've tweeted about more information and, you know, stuff like that that I haven't covered in this video, that I do retweet, and you can find all of that like on my Twitter page. So go ahead, take a look at that. It is in the description as always. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you on my very next video. Bye everyone.